Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Wonderful 101 for the Wii U. This title was sent to me by Nintendo Portugal so that I could give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. So let's get started, shall we? In Wonderful 101, essentially you play a team of individuals, which are actually the Wonderful 000, actually the Wonderful 100. I'm sorry, I'm like confusing things because it's like it's instead of being 001 or 007, kind of like you guys see the association, it's 100. Those are the agents essentially, and there's 100 of those agents spread out through the world. And you guys might be wondering, well, why then is it called Wonderful 101? Well, the one is you, the player. So yeah, it's kind of a neat little twist on the title, but let's just get started with some gameplay so that I can show you guys what the gameplay is about. Now here's something that I find really neat. Whenever you're waiting to load the game, they just load you up with this little practice scenario and allow you to just beat the crap out of everything that's in here and just fool around with the morph thing and whatever. You can just practice while you're loading. I think that this is something that more games should be doing because loading screens can be pretty boring and distracting and you find yourselves looking away from the screen, and I think that this is a very nice feature. Anyways, this is Wonderful 101. As you can see, this is currently our team. You can zoom in to have a better look. At least you're supposed to be able to zoom in for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can zoom in to get a better look at your team. The leader currently is that red guy. The leader of your team will change depending on the weapon that you're using. In case you guys are curious as to what I'm looking at in the gamepad, I can press the minus and show you guys. That is what you're usually looking at when you're holding the gamepad, and this is essentially how you do your formations. You kind of like slide your fingers across what you guys are watching on screen right now, and as you slide your fingers, different formations will form. But now let's put the actual heroes back on screen. There we go. Actually, you guys can see the input panel there if you so desire as well. Right now the game is showing both on screen and on the gamepad, so you can fully play the game on the gamepad if you so desire, if you need the TV for your significant other or another family member or whatever. But since that is not the case right now, I will be removing the input panel from there, but you guys get an idea. Essentially, you slide your finger across that panel that you guys see there, form different forms, and depending on the forms that you end up forming, you will do different things. For instance, let's say we want to make a giant fist. We're going to do a circle. Once we do the circle, press A, boom, we now have a giant fist. We now have the attacks of the giant fist. Now there's another thing that you can do. There's different morphs that you can do. As a matter of fact, I don't have all the morphs yet. Like if you press your left trigger, I believe, yeah, that's going to transform you into that gelatinous mass. Now that is for parrying. When someone is attacking you, you want to parry them, you do this, and it will bounce off the attack supposedly. You also have a dodge button, which will be your right trigger. So there you go. That will do your little dodge move. Also notice that on the upper left corner you will see our health as well as a set of batteries on the bottom. Now that set of batteries essentially dictates how much morphing you can do. You can collect batteries throughout levels, as you guys can see here. You can manipulate your team by using the right stick as well. You don't have to swipe on the gamepad if you don't want to. You can just like do the movements using the right stick instead. As a matter of fact, I have to say I've been more successful using the right stick instead of actually doing the movements on the pad itself. So what other kinds of attacks do you have? Well, you got jump, you got double jump. Those aren't really attacks, but these are necessary to move through buildings and stuff like that. You also have a team attack, which is this, and the bigger your team is, the bigger this attack will be, but this attack is essentially to try and stun your enemies. It will also break items and stuff like that. You can break a lot of stuff throughout these stages, and you will be rewarded for it. So yeah, but essentially this attack consists of stunning your enemies, and once you stun your enemies, you can then like perform regular attacks using fists or other weapons as you so desire. Currently, at this stage in the game, I have 3 weapons that I can use, one of them being the fist, the other one being a sword. So we now have a sword, and if you notice when we switch to the sword, let me see if we can actually zoom in on the team, you'll notice that the leader is now different. It is that blue dude. Now, the weapons are constituted by your team members, which is why you see smaller teams when you form a bigger weapon, because essentially they all go and form the weapon themselves. If you notice, you can even see the faces of some of them in the sword if you pay close attention to that. But yeah, as you switch through the different weapons, you will get different team leaders. There's currently another weapon that I can make, which is a pistol. The pistol is a pain in the ass to make, though. Oops, I just recruited those guys by mistake. Of course, I meant to recruit them, but I wanted to do it later so that I could show you guys how recruiting works. But anyways, let's try to do the pistol again. There we go, that's the pistol. And now you get this dude, and he can fire ranged shots. It's pretty damn useful. Also, if you make a big enough pistol... I swear to God, I cannot get the friggin' touch input to work properly. Like, you want to see me make a pistol with the right stick? Even with the right stick, it's just a pain in the ass. Thing is, when you make a big enough pistol, which it looks like I don't have enough team members to make it yet, but when you make a big enough pistol, you can actually make a bazooka instead. Okay, and then you can press with the Y button, which will get your team to run. So, you guys might be wondering why exactly am I showing you all these moves without actually getting into combat. It's because once I get into combat, things are going to get pretty damn hectic, as you guys can see. Like right now, I'm trying to use the stunning attack to stun my enemies as much as I can. I'm going to use the right stick to form a sword, and I'm going to slash the crap out of everyone. Now, the sword is one of the easiest things to create, so you will see yourself maybe using the sword kind of like a crutch in a lot of situations, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of variety in the title, but it's just stuff is so hectic as it's happening on screen that it's going to take a lot of practice for you to actually master the game, let alone be able to do different combinations. Now, you can not only form weapons that you can use, you can also form weapons for your team to use. So for instance, let's say instead of controlling a sword, let's say I want to make a sword and I want my team to control it. So you form the movement, then you press X instead of A, and you'll notice that the team itself was the one controlling the sword. And now we have a little, not a little, but a big dude over there. That dude's actually going to shoot a little bit of fire on our direction. Now, you will only take damage if the leader of the team gets hit. So, if the enemy hits like your team members, that doesn't really matter all that much. So long as he does not hit you, there will be no damage to the team. Now, you will have to pick up your team members if you want to use them, because they will get knocked out and stuff like that. Eventually, as time passes, they will return to normal, but if you want to use them, you will have to pick them up. Now, I'm trying to stun the robot there, as you guys might notice, which is actually proving to be quite difficult. There we go, we stunned him. Now I wanted to actually make a fist. There we go. Now the thing about stunning an enemy is that essentially what you're doing is you're pouring your teammates on top of your enemies. What that does is obviously it reduces the size of your team in order to create weapons and stuff like that, because your team is on top of the robot itself. So you have to keep that in mind, that the weapons that you will be forming will be smaller when you have teammates on top of a robot. But still, it is damn worth it, because you guys can see now he's stunned. Now I'm going to form a giant sword, and I'm going to beat the crap out of him. That little yellow circle next to the boss, which is now going into green, switching between green, yellow, red, that is essentially the boss's health. The closer you get to red, the better you are looking. But a lot of the game consists of you running around with your team and waiting for the right moment to strike, and then just beating the crap out of the boss. Now, you're not going to have those giant weapons forever when you cast them. You get a couple of hits with them, and then your weapon just returns to normal size, so you will have to constantly do these gestures. So if you find that annoying, yeah, that is something that you have to constantly do. Now, you can either do it, like I said, with the right stick, which is the way that I prefer it, or you can use the Wii U input. Sometimes you will also be asked to perform these gestures during quick time events, and you guys might think, oh my god, what a nightmare. No, trust me, it's not that hard, and the game is actually a lot of fun. Now, the way that you recruit people is essentially you draw a circle around them, a circle or any other shape really. So as you can see here, boom, we recruited those guys. Did we recruit everyone? Yeah, I think we did. There we go, looks like there's more of them. Also, if you notice, let me switch the screen here. if you notice, you can see the yellow dots are the people that you control, and the green dots are the people that you don't control yet. The green dots with a hole in the middle. And that is important for you to know whether or not you've recruited everyone, because the game gets quite hectic and you will have to make constant use of the Wii U gamepad in order to like figure things out if you're like if you actually gathered all of the recruits that you wanted to gather or not. Now let's try to get into some more action. This is one of the nasty enemies that you will be finding. These tanks are very, very, very annoying. This particular version of the tank, however, not that terrible, because what you can do is you can just form a sword and you're able to deflect the lasers back to it, which is pretty cool. So come on, keep shooting. The thing is, the tank not only shoots, it also rams. There you go. Oh, did we just break your little shield there? This tank is actually going to be fairly easy, but the first time I came here, well, not on this tank, but like the other tanks that I've seen. Whoa, get the hell out of there. Other tanks that I have fought before were very, very annoying. Here comes the laser. Boom. Now let's try to stun him. The stunning is pretty cool. And now let's try to form... Oh, damn it. Come on. No. Form a fist. And beat the crap out of you. There we go. In case you guys are wondering about the difficulty, the game is currently in normal difficulty. Let's use our dudes over here to gather up those additional batteries. You can't climb up atop of buildings. You can use your dudes to form a staircase, which we will do stuff like that. And occasionally when enemies die, they will drop weapons. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to use that weapon. Whoa! I had never really seen this particular shot. That was pretty cool. But I don't think I'm going to be able to use this, because I think there's going to be a cinematic cutscene about to pop up in here. Well, not really a cinematic cutscene, but something's about to happen that's going to be pretty gnarly. Well, let's pick up those batteries over there up top. You have to always pay attention to your surroundings. Okay, just like I said, let's get rid of this thing. No, 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 get rid of it. Get rid of it. Thank you. Because we need to run. We need to run like the wind. Yes, stuff like this happens all the time throughout the game, like destruction of scenarios, crazy cool looking cinematics and stuff like that. It happens quite often. Like right now we're going to be climbing on top of a boss. Like I said, sometimes you will have to do these shapes. Oops. Come on, do it. Sometimes we will have to do these shapes in quick time events. There we go. Okay. Our heroes do it again. Now, whenever you complete a certain sequence of the game, they're going to award you a score. Every now and then you will find these bathroom-looking things. These aren't actually bathrooms. These are just stuff that you can send your dudes in there. And if you send enough dudes in there, you will usually get stuff out of it. Like we've gotten these space egg plants. These space egg plants are actually an ingredient that you can use to... Where is it? The mixer. You can use these ingredients in the mixer to like create different items. So for instance, let's say we want to create that red ball over there, which I'm not even sure what that is. We would have to add 10 space peppers, 10 space carrots, and 10 space eggplants, and let's mix it. Shocking red, which I'm not even sure what this does. I'm now looking at a cooking pot. Looks like I have to shake this thing. Okay, I'm looking at a cooking pot in the Wii U gamepad. And there, we've completed a shocking red. Powerful flare warhead. Dazzles and confuses nearby enemy units. There. You can create items like that, and then you can use those items here. You just press B, not B, A. You press A, and it is going to use that particular item. So, you can do like recipes and stuff like that as you go through the different levels. As you can see, we have a couple of more dudes over here that we can recruit. You guys might be wondering, what exactly happens when you recruit them? Well, it's this thing called the Wonderful Liner. It provides them with masks and protects them. And by protecting them, they also get to help you. You never really lose team members, at least up until the point that I've played in this title, which is, this is the third mission, I believe. You never really lose team members, but every now and then, they will be knocked out temporarily and stuff like that. So, that guy destroyed our elevator. What the hell can we possibly do? Well, we're going to use our team and we're going to create one. That's what we're going to do. Boom. And recreated an elevator. There we go. Now, before we proceed any forward, let's go here. The reason I want to go here is because every now and then you will find these things, and these things essentially allow you to free additional dudes. So let me just try to make a... Oops. I don't know exactly what I did there. Looks like I pumped a bunch of dudes inside there, that door, and I got a coin. Okay, that was cool. But anyways, you will need to form a fist here. And then after you get the fist, you can essentially twist this knob, and that is going to free the people that are inside it. And it automatically adds them to your team as well. It looks like we found a hero. Wonder Matador. Every now and then you will find new heroes that will add on to your team, and I believe that eventually some of those heroes you will be able to perform different moves with them. Now it doesn't look like we can make a ladder here, so we'll probably have to jump back down and make another elevator. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. You will have to perform different shapes as you play throughout the game. Let's recruit these people onto our midst. Like for instance, right now we will have to do a triangle. And after doing the triangle, we can now make this, a hang glider. Now, let's see if we can actually fly the damn thing, because last time it was terrible. There we go. Let's try to... The other thing is the camera angle sometimes makes it pretty hard for you to figure out exactly where you are to perform jumps and stuff like that. So yeah, the camera angle does get to you from time to time. And there we go. Completely over the top at all times. That is one theme that you guys can get used to in Wonderful 101. It is always over the top, as well as it's got a lot of references. You guys will see what I mean.
Attack omits earthly annihilation.
No freaking way, dude. This thing is gnarly.
I'm detecting a signal on the jerk matter interferometer. Some sort of subspace stealth coating must have allowed it to avoid detection underground.
We're gonna scrap this bipedal assault weapon. Team, unite up!
Roger!
This particular section of the game, one of the best ways to unite is to essentially form a big-ass sword, because the sword's got a lot of AoE attacks on it, and it is going to allow us to tear through this wrist, these wrist balls the dude's got in no time. So let's keep on forming swords. The bigger you make your object, the more damage it's going to deal. So now we have the fist over there coming for us. You want to dodge that. Okay, now let's switch back to the sword. I've already done this level because the game is so hectic that for me to do live commentary on a level that I hadn't done before would be completely insane. Looks like one of our heroes ranked up. I'm not exactly sure of the benefits that gives you. You can build bridges as well, as you guys saw there. Now we can form up another sword. Beat the crap out of this wrist. Now, I do believe I've already mentioned the difficulty level that I'm playing at is normal. The game has 3 difficulty levels available to you, which is very easy, and normal. And I have to say, starting to play straight up as normal is very, very confusing. Like, I had a really hard time starting up, figuring out how stuff works and what I should be doing, as well as the first time that you encounter a monster. That's not what I wanted to do. The first time that you encounter a monster, an enemy, like a particularly tough one or something, it is going to be hard for you to figure out what you're supposed to be doing, unless that particular monster has tips, which was the case of the laser tank that we defeated previously. Now let's run. You have to constantly run. Ooh, damn it, I got hit again. Totally failing to perform admirably here. And again, I'm not that great at Wonderful 101 yet. I just started playing it today, so do not expect like top-notch play. Come on, need to break this. Break it. There we go. Now that airplane is going to, that fighter jet even, is going to expose a little something that we're going to have to do. So you guys probably recognize what that thing is for since we've done it earlier. So let's go ahead, switch to hand mode, and twist that knob. Now, the problem is there's going to be a robot in there who's going to try to shoot the crap out of us, so we have to be super fast. Come on. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. And he hit us. Wow. The other time I was able to twist the knob faster, to the point where the dude didn't even get a single shot off. Holy hell! I'm getting wrecked here. Come on. There we go. Okay, now he's going to switch it around and he's going to give us another knob, I believe. There we go. So let's start twisting that as fast as we possibly can. There we go. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. Don't stop, don't stop. Sweet! We got that one before we got shot. Boom!
Unite hand!
Like here you will have to do hand symbol.
Damage level 13%. Retreat from engagement zone.
The weapon has retreated from your location.
What rock was that thing hiding under?
There's more where that came from. Team, let's move!
Roger!
Indeed, let's move. And like I said, our heroes do it again. Depending on how well you perform in battle, you will gain better or worse scores. We've got a couple of civilians here. Let's go ahead and recruit them. And that is our next target, that Tieku thing. So, let's get as many of these as we can. There we go, recruit that. I'm basically forming circles. Sorry about that, I've been doing a lot of commentary recently, so my voice is starting to take its toll. But yeah, you can essentially form circles, and circles allow you to recruit people, like I've already mentioned. You can then climb up on top of buildings, like I've also mentioned. There you go. But actually, I'm curious to see what else was down here. Oh, there's actually nothing else, never mind. Because you should always explore levels as much as you can. Anyways, we've built a ladder here. There we go. Now we've gotten a new kind of enemy. They're constantly introducing new types of enemies that kind of like keep you on your toes at all times. Now, something to bear in mind is that when you get to the place that I am right now on this level, for the very first time, you don't have access to the gun yet. You only have access to sword and fist. Which doesn't really matter for these dudes, but I think there's going to be a cinematic that's going to explain the whole thing. At least I hope so. Let's break these dudes down. And they've actually hit us, the bastards. Stunned them. You can actually ride these things as well. I'm not exactly sure what the advantage of that is. Woo! Aerial combos with the sword for the win. Like I said, you're going to be using the sword quite a lot. However, to be honest, considering how many of these guys are in the air, I think I'm actually going to try to go for the gun. There we go. There's the bazooka. Boom! Boom! Because screw your little UFO things. Oh, damn it, never mind. I have no idea who the hell is being able to blow up my attacks there. There we go. Use the team, stun them, shoot them. There we go. Team attacks, shoot them, stun them, all the way. I haven't really used the pistol all that much yet. Doesn't look like they're actually going to give us the cinematic this time around. That's a damn shame. But basically there was a cinematic introducing the green hero, the guy with the pistol. That was pretty cool. Mission 006. Absorb with Unite gun. There we go. Let's try to grab that. Grab it. Thank you. Shoot it. Essentially we have to grab these things and shoot them at that little thingy over there. Little thingy. That huge gigantic friggin' cannon. We have to unite team gun again. Oh man, doing the gun, like I said, is a bit of a hassle. Oh, damn it. There we go. Grab it. Thank you. Shoot it. I don't think you can do it without doing the team gun. Despite, like, just being the gun in and of itself. You still have to like form the unite team thing. Whoa, that exploded. So it looks like that's going to be the general direction we're going to be heading down to. Now that cannon that you guys see over there is actually, seems to me like is a little bit of a glitch because it does allow you to exploit the next section a little bit. I noticed that by accident when I was just like dodging around and running around the scenery. Okay, so plenty of enemies here. Now the way that you have to deal with these tanks is you have to smack them until you break that shield. I don't think there's an easy way to deal with these particular tanks, and these are the first kind of tanks that show up. They are just a pain to deal with. And like I said, this cannon thing showing up here is a little bit of an exploit. Essentially, you can take cover here, and there is nothing they can do about it. And you can just, if you want to, build a bazooka, and then be all like, hey dude, boom. Oh, what? I never saw that one before. That's new. Excuse me. And I got shot. Yeah, this particular section is pretty damn hard. Like, I'm not sure if I've mentioned already that these tanks make the game really, really challenging. But it's interesting because it's just these particular tanks. Maybe I just don't know how to handle them properly yet, and therefore I fail. But essentially the only way that I found is to brute force through that shield. I mean, sure, you can kind of like go on behind them, but it doesn't help you all that much because usually you can only really start dishing out the pain once you break through that shield. Interestingly enough, it looks like one of the tanks got stuck behind the cannon thing. Hey, I'm not complaining. Notice the shield is slowly crackling down. Ooh, getting run over. That thing is actually incredibly hard to dodge unless you got a lot of practice, which I find kind of interesting because the first time I found it really frustrating because I just had no idea how I was supposed to be killing them. So there is kind of like a steep learning curve to this title, I would say, which is weird because, you know, Wii U title, steep learning curve is usually not something that people associate together in the same sentence, and I'm getting shot in the face again, and the other tank joins the fray now. This is going to be great. Actually, I think we can do a little circle thing here. Hopefully that will give us a healing item or something. Well, it gave us a small wonderful cake to go, but what that gives us is actually battery power, which is not what we need. It looks like we actually broke through the shield. Well, in that case, let's try to bust this guy down. Actually, we can stun him now. Once you break through the shield of these guys, you are usually able to stun them pretty fast, so there we go. That's what I'm going to go for. Now, hopefully get a big giant fist going on here and bust him down. Actually, I wasn't able to get a giant fist. Sometimes getting some of these moves on the go is a pain. Like, as you can see here, just totally failing to do anything. Which is why resorting to the sword when you're having difficulties, it's just a must. You see, like, I just sword, 2 swipes, boom, done. Got this dude over here still. Ooh, still got hit by another charge there. And if you notice those little star things, that is your team, like when they're unconscious. So you want to gather them up so that you can form bigger weapons. So now let's go for another giant fist. If you notice the fist breaking is because when you start running, the fist breaks, but you still have access to the power. So, but it's only for a short time. So you have to really time things up. Now let's pick up our team again, make another giant fist, and try to bust through that shield. Actually, the shield's gone. Still, since I have a giant fist anyways, might as well bust through that thing like nobody's business. So what do we got now? We've gotten the little spider thing. Unfortunately, this time around, we didn't get a cannon, because every now and then you get a cannon from those dudes. And last time I was here, I actually got a cannon. I equipped the cannon, and I just busted through that spider like nobody's business. Then again, the spider is not really a big issue, because you can just, like, usually you can stun her pretty easily. Oh, that is, unless if you fail to properly see that tail swipe. I understand that it's going to be hard for you guys to actually follow the action, because it's just so hectic what's going on. But you guys have to take away that idea that you're controlling one character. You're just controlling this big blob of units. And this is actually one of the first titles that I've played where you control a blob of units like this. I believe there are quite a few other titles out there that do this kind of stuff, but Wonderful 101 has been the first one. And obviously Wonderful 101 is made by Platinum Games. I'm a huge fan of Platinum Games, so that is just something that I had to see. Ooh, once again, getting wrecked. This guy is not making things easy for me today for some reason. Come on, get stunned already. Is he gonna get stunned sometime today? No? Okay, fine. If you don't want to get stunned, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the biggest friggin' sword you've ever seen. Now I'm gonna hack it away at you. Now let's run. Keep on hacking. Run again. Careful, tail swipe incoming. You really have to read your enemies. And you guys might be wondering, so it's about building combos? Not really. I mean, you don't really have to build a lot of combos. It's about chaining different weapon attacks together, using the right weapon on the right enemy, combining the stuns. There we go. Now let's try to use Giant Fist. And damn it, I failed the fist. Come on. Still failed. You see, when you're in the middle of the action, it does get a little bit frustrating trying to get that stuff to work. I don't even know what I was doing wrong. Like, as you can see, it's like perfect circle. It's red. There we go. Yeah, of course, right now it just breaks it off, the bastard. Because if I had done this circle when the thing was stunned, that would have been the fight right there, like straight up. Let's try this again. Let's stun her. Except this time around, I'm not going to take any chances. We're going to make a huge sword. And boosh! Bazoosh! What you got now? It's sliced! And we're our real heroes. That means that I sucked. So yeah, like I said, not the best Wonderful 101 player just yet. Now let's keep going through here. These missions actually take quite a while, particularly if you're doing them for the first time. Trust me, these missions do take quite a while. A lot more than I expected, to be completely honest. But that's cool, because it allows you to practice with your team. Move away. Let's just get a giant sword and try to hack our way through these dudes. The good thing about the sword is the reach. It's got massive reach, as you guys can see there. Oops. Did they actually hit me? Ooh, they hit me now. And they hit me pretty damn beastly. They spread the whole team all over the place. This is not looking too good. Let's try to go for the gun. I don't think they can actually go through there. Which is a shame, because now we're in this side. And they're on that side. So, well, have some bazookas then. Bazooka fire. Boosh! Also, the thing about the bazooka, it seems to me that it kind of starts the stun process. There you go. Come on. Hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them. Here he comes. Come on, get that stun going. Please. Please stun that guy. For the love of all that is holy. Thank you. Please make a fist. Please. Thank you. Oh! Oh, take that! Boom! Oh, crap. He interrupted me. That was painful. Still, he's dead. We've got a little bit of health back. And now we should be able to stun the other guy. Come on. Get back up, team. Let's go. Unite, team! Smack, 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 smack. Just smack that. Okay. He should be stunned right now. Damn it, I failed the fist again. There you go. Still able to pump out of that. Let's go for the gun. Bazooka mode. Bazooka engaged. Well, it's not really bazooka, but it should still be a rather powerful pistol. Let's try again for the bazooka. Make a giant bazooka. Boom! There you go. This beast. I love the over-the-top stuff. You guys know that I'm a sucker for like over-the-top games like this. So yeah, when I started playing it, I'll be honest, I was really frustrated because it's hard for you to get used to the controls, and this particular art style is not something that I find that appealing. Oh, looks like we've gotten a special weapon here. This particular art style is not something that I find very appealing, but that is a matter of personal taste. That is going to change from person to person. The reason I'm doing this is I was trying to make sure that I'd be able to pick up anything that would be on top of those buildings. Bust through everything, break through everything, always, because you're going to get additional stuff. And those little coins that we're picking up is the currency for a shop, which I will try to show you when we're done with the video. But it's essentially a shop that you have access to in between missions that gives you additional skills and stuff like that. So let's try to get this going. Now I hope that I can actually switch the camera in this next section, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit frustrating. Because there's a section here that essentially you only get to fool around with the Wii U gamepad, which, yeah, they are pushing that whole second screen experience thing, and it works. It definitely works. It's not incredibly frustrating, but it does take you a while to get used to it. Now, every now and then you will find these containers. These containers essentially require you to, depending on the color of the container, require you to form a weapon and break it. So, like, if the container is blue, you'll have to form a sword. If the container is red, you'll have to form a fist. And if the container is green, you have to form the bazooka, which we'll be doing now. There we go. Knock, knock. And you will get a platinum coin, which will increase your score. So you can even break the palm trees and stuff. Actually, I'm curious, is there anything behind these palm trees? Because I didn't go back here last time. Nope, invisible wall. The invisible wall of doom! Let's expand our team here. Recruit a couple of more people. Bust these friggin' palm trees. Can we? Yeah, we can get that thing if we... There we go. If you just move your team accordingly. Now we have to use the sword to get through here. Different locks, different weapons. And this is the section that I said. Now, usually when you go inside buildings, they switch the camera to the Wii U gamepad. Now, I'm not sure if I can switch this around. Yes, I can. Sweet. So this would be what you would be seeing in the gamepad. Now, you will only be listening to the sound of the sound that the gamepad would be making, and you will be listening to the TV sound. It's kind of weird to explain, but let's say the image that's showing on the gamepad right now, which is this, that will be the sound that you will listen coming off of the gamepad. If that even makes any sense. Anyways, I'm going to just stop trying to explain. So once you're inside the gamepad, you can use the gamepad to look around. Let's actually ditch this weapon because it's taking up too much space. Ditching weapons is as easy as flicking your left stick. Now, the problem with these things is that your instincts will usually switch to, oh, let's use the right stick to look around. But when you use the right stick, you're essentially doing the whole Wonderliner thing. So you have to use the gamepad to actually look around, which can be somewhat disorienting. Oh, looks like there's actually people to recruit here. I think I noticed this last time, but let's recruit these dudes. Okay, so essentially you have this battery thing here, and if you look up, you'll notice that there is a slot there that you can put the battery in. So we'll have to use the pistol to pick up the battery. Turn around, please. Damn it, it's weird to control the camera, particularly when you have a microphone in front of you. Come on, pick up that thing. Can I still pick it up with the pistol? Yeah, I picked it up. So, we have to now take this battery upstairs, which is not a particularly easy task because it gets weird and messy. Like, I don't know what these dudes are doing over here. Looks like we lost the battery. Where the hell is it? Why did I have to land all the way over there? No, that's not what I want. There we go. We picked it up. Let's try this again, shall we? Come on. It's not particularly easy, as I've mentioned. Oh, damn it. Navigating this scenery is just a pain. And then having to use the Wii pad to kind of like angle the camera. There we go. Now then, we're almost there. We should be able to shoot that thing in there. Please don't miss. Sweet. Okay, now if you notice, there's a ball over here, which we can shoot with our pistol. It's even got laser sighting on now. But what is the purpose of shooting that particular ball? Well, let me show you guys. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Let me show you guys what's on screen right now. Oh, it actually has that little two-screen thing. That's pretty useful. So, if you notice there's a ball and there's a little yellow thing circling through the stadium. So you have to essentially shoot the ball whenever it goes through one of the other balls, like that. Now we got one more, and we missed. So we need to get it here. And that opens up the door. Our arrows are wonderful! Silver medal for that. Yeah, that was pretty weak sauce. Anyways, we then can go into the stadium, and that should trigger a cinematic. So let's switch off the input panel at this point. We don't really need it anymore. But yeah, you've got a couple of moments like that throughout the title.
Hostiles on Tachyon radar. Massive flying object incoming.
We are not blind.
So, the sniveling worms dare to defy the guild of evil aliens terrorizing humans with gigawatt bombs, energy beams, ray guns, and killer lasers? This time, the mighty Lambo will wipe their simpering smiles from the face of the planet!
The mighty Lambo. Lambo.
How about you come down here and I toss you in a cage where you belong, Banana Breath?
And you are?
They call me Wonder Blue. Soon you'll feel the sting of my Valiantium blade. Of course, you won't feel it for long. You'll be...
I have no time to waste on pathetic underlings! You will produce your leader!
Who you calling an underling?
Ah, there is the blue I have missed. Every insult and opportunity to further taunt your opponent.
Stick a tube in it, foie gras.
I'm the one you're looking for. I'm the leader.
You?
That's right, me. I'm Wonder Red. And you've got only one choice, Invader. Lay down your arms, or lay down your life to the wonderful 1-double-O.
Ha ha ha! That's rich! You're Wonder Red? Ha ha ha! There must be some mistake. I came looking for combatants, not color-coordinated cosplayers. In the interest of time, I hope you don't mind being vaporized by my molecular disintegration cannons.
Now we have to fight this anti-ship fortress looking thing.
Mission target, anti-air cannon at 12 o'clock. Team, unite up!
Roger!
Now this is actually a fairly simple fight, but it does take you, it can take you a bit to figure things out. So for starters, you got a couple of minor minions in here, which you can just slash away with a sword. You'll notice that now the thing is going to start shooting balls, which you actually don't want to destroy like I did there, because that's a really bad idea, because essentially you need those balls so that you can toss them back at the machine. Whoa, this is actually... And tossing them back involves you using your little move there, your recruit move essentially, because the recruit move can also be used to move items. Come on, pick it up, throw it, throw it, throw it! It's just going to be complete hectic chaos on screen for a while now, because it's just like... I mean, for a while. It's been complete and utter chaos on screen since the start of this damn video, so it's not like it's anything particularly new, but essentially you have to try to draw circles around that, or try to draw some shape around that, and as you do so... Problem is those little lightnings coming off of there. Come on, pick that up. Nope, that's going to explode. So get the hell out of dodge. You also have to be careful to try and not pick up the ones that are about to explode, because obviously that's going to deal some damage to you. Get your robot. Let's try to pick this up. Come on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And toss it back. There we go. Once someone from your team picks up one of those things, you essentially just have to press the Y button to throw it back. There you go. And eventually you will break down all of the cannons of this structure. Pick it up. And toss it back. Pick this one up. And toss it back. Pick that up. Come on. Toss it back. Now there are multiple cannons that we are firing against. Not really firing against, but there are multiple cannons that we are throwing these things against, which is why you guys are seeing me toss as many of these against the machine. It's not like we're aiming at the exact same thing, but usually it does a good job of auto-aiming to wherever you're supposed to be throwing against. Pick that up, pick it up, thank you. Throw it! Boom. So I think we got one cannon left at this point. So we got to pick up this cannon here. You'll also notice that whenever you're doing the symbols, the gestures, time essentially slows down to kind of give you a little bit of a heads up. Which is something that is essentially for you to understand, because a big mistake that I was doing when I first started playing the game is like, I need to make this gesture shoot super fast, so I would end up doing really poor gestures and never really getting the stuff that I wanted. I mean, I still fail a lot of the times, but it was even worse when I started playing, so you do need some practice with it, but you also need to understand that, like, since time slows down, you can take your time with it. And here comes Boss Man. Now for this particular boss, what you gotta do is you gotta form giant fists. Because he blocks, and essentially every enemy that blocks, you will want to do the fist thing on. Oh crap, we're actually gonna die here if I'm not careful. Let's use a couple of items. Now as you progress through the game, you'll eventually run across these items. As a matter of fact, you can produce some of these items, I would assume. So how about we go in the mixer, and we want to make some soup, and essentially all we need is space pepper. So how much is that? That is like 20. Okay, let's make this. Mix. Yes, mixed noodle soup to go. Can we switch the screen? Yeah, this is what you see when you're mixing stuff. So let's shake it, shake it. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna switch the screen back. Wonderful noodle soup to go. We still have enough to make another one of those, right? Okay, let's make another one of those. Since I do need a lot of healing. You guys already know what's happening on the other screen, so I'm not even going to bother to switch. Completed. There we go, another noodle soup to go. And noodle soup essentially is your main healing item. So, let's go to items and just have ourselves one of these. We also have a small one, so let's use one of the small ones. There we go, get ourselves a little bit of health. This is if you want to avoid using continues, because if you die, you've got like 5 continues per level. It's just, the more continues you use, the lower your score is going to be. So you have to really think about whether or not you want to use continues. God damn, that was a beastly hit. Again, completely over the top. Okay, that sword needs to go. So let's try to form a little bit of a bigger fist. There we go. Now, if you notice, the sword is beginning to slowly break down. What's this? Acquired new skill, Wonderful Rising, Unite Hand. Cool. Let's try to make a giant fist again. Come on. Nope. There we go, a little bit more. Thank you. Smack him, break that sword. Damn it, the fist ran out. Run away! Run away! Run away! Holy crap, insanity going on here. Dodge that. Ooh, okay. There we go, we should be able to do one now. Come on, quick. Yes, that's it! Smack it! We broke the sword. Which means that now we essentially can abuse the dude. Let's make giant sword. And deal as much damage as we possibly can. Oh, did we do it? Sweet. That was a lot better than I did last time.
A call from the mothership? Just when things were getting good. What is it? Little busy here. What? We found it! Understood. On my way. Unfortunately, my costume comrades, our play date is at an end. But don't worry, you can still play with my toys!
But anyways, that is going to be it for this particular video. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.